morning everybody. Good morning everyone. So my name is Nandini and I am going to be talking about the Sbi Cbo exam that was announced by Sbi on the 18th of October. Yes? And of course you may ask, who am I? I am the English language trainer, the communications trainer with Safalta School. Welcome to the official channel of official YouTube channel of Safalta class. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about the notification and the details of this exam, and of course apart from that I am going to be telling you what kind of course are we coming up for this exam. All right, so yes, let's just dive in and let's have a look at it. So we are going to go through the basic details of this notification, very basic details. This notification was announced via this advertisement number. Now this is something that I also came to know very recently. This advertisement number is the way to ensure that the notification is authentic, because a lot of times you have people, you know, who come up with such notifications only to extract money out of you. So this notification is marks the authenticity. This advertisement number marks the authenticity of this notification, right? So please note down this advertisement number here. And via this notification, what has SBI announced? SBI has announced 1400 vacancies for all existing RRBs as well as PSBs. Now total of 1400 vacancies. Now there are various circles in which this exam is conducted. Circles can be taken as, you know, every state conducts this. So now what is important is, so for example, if you are applying from, let's say, Hyderabad, it is very important that you know Telugu then, because every circle has its own language. So you have to be very careful, you have to be well versed with that language. So for example, if you are applying from let's say Madhya Pradesh, then the language is Hindi, right? So you must know how to read, write, speak and listen in Hindi. So those language, that language barrier should not be there. Okay. So yeah, 1400 vacancies across all existing RRBs and PSBs. Then apart from that, yes, let's speak of eligibility. The most important aspect for any exam that we tend to miss out on is eligibility. So the minimum qualification that you require is that of being a graduate, right? And graduation can be in any field. Then what is also important is to understand that you must have 2 years of work experience. So freshers cannot apply for this exam. I'm sorry. You have to be working as a PO in any RRB or PSB for a minimum of 2 years to be able to apply for this exam. If you are not and you still qualify the exam, you will be disqualified, and that's something that you would not want, right? It's like a scar on your, you know, बचपन में हम उसको बोलते थे report card पे. So something like that. Good morning, Anshika. How are you? It's very nice to see you here, Anshika. All right. So apart from that, as on 30th of September 2022, your age group minimum of 21 years and maximum of 30 years. Okay. So again, you have to make sure that when you're filling this exam, when you're filling this form, this criteria is already met. If these criteria are not met, then you could be disqualified from the exam. So that is something that you have to take care of. 1 second, everybody. Yeah, so I just noticed that there are 5 people watching this exam. Thank you, this video. Thank you so much. You know, please leave a comment in the comment section. Say a hi so that at least I know who you all are. Hello, hi Uttarakhandi. How are you? Wonderful, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on this live session. Please come and say a hi in the comment section at least, so that I know who all have joined me in this live. Okay? Yes. Alright, so let's go ahead. And this is the dreaded exam pattern. Okay. Oh, hi Karthik, how are you? Very happy to see you too, Karthik. How are you? Yes. Alright. Let's have a look at the exam pattern. This is the exam pattern. Let's have a look at that. So, your exam is 120 minutes total. Okay. Your exam is about 120 minutes total. From the English language, you are asked 30 questions which carry 1 mark each. Okay. 30 questions which carry 1 mark each. Then there is banking knowledge, which is about 40 questions. General awareness and economy, which is about 30 questions, and computer aptitude, which is 20 questions. And for each question you have 1 mark. So total of 120 marks and a total of 2 hours. Thank you, Karthik. Thank you so much. Okay. Right. So, if you ask me, as a language trainer, if you ask me, that for everybody who is into the habit of reading newspapers, so if you've qualified for SBI or IBPS or any sort of exam like that, and you must be in the habit of reading newspapers, right? And if you have been reading the newspapers, this exam will be very easy for you. English, of course, is a prerequisite, but you know, banking awareness, general knowledge, computers, see, you don't have maths, you don't have reasoning. So those 2 subjects are gone, done and dusted with. Once you cleared your SBI exams or your IBPS exams, etc., this was taken care of. The reasoning part and the maths part was already taken care of. You are left with English, banking awareness and English, general awareness or economy, and computer aptitude. So, you know, if you've been reading the newspaper or a magazine like Outlook or India Today or you know any of these things, then I think this exam is very easy for such people. Okay. Then after, so this is an online test. The previous slide that I showed you is an online exam, right? This is an online exam. Now straight after the online exam you have a subjective test which is for 30 minutes, and this is an exclusive English language. So I cannot stress enough on the importance of English in this exam. So you don't only need to like take the correct option, but you also have to write, which is even more difficult, right? So a 30 minutes of English language test which will include 2 questions, one of letter writing and the other of essay. It will include 2 questions, one of letter writing and one of essay. Apart from that, it will be a total of 50 marks. So 120 marks is your online exam. 50 marks, that is the objective test. The subjective test is for 50 marks. And then they will, if you clear the objective test as well as the subjective test, then your profile is screened, and after that, if everything is okay, you are sent for an interview. So come to think about it, the crux of the whole matter of being able to clear this exam is being proficient in this language. This carries a lot of weightage for this exam. Anyway, across the country, if you see the pattern of the exams in the last 5 years, has really changed, and people, the exam has moved towards giving more emphasis on comprehension. It's just not memorizing grammar rules and memorizing synonyms and antonyms, but it has moved towards more of comprehension. So, yes, this is the single most important subject for this exam. Now, let's discuss certain things, okay? I'll come to this a little later. Let me focus on one thing. So, see, in English, you are tested on, you know, the basic RC, which is reading comprehension. You have vocabulary. All this is important, and actually I call it applied vocabulary, which means you are not simply asked the meaning of a word or the opposite of a word. What you are actually asked is applied vocabulary, which means they give you some sort of sentence, some sort of a paragraph, and you have to fill in the words there. So you know, applied vocabulary in RC become very important. Like I said, your English comprehension ability is very important for this exam. So I'll come to the course details later, but I just want to generally talk about, you know, what will be you know, the correct way of dealing with this exam. So of course your sentence construction has to be on point, because hota kya hai, everybody manages grammar rules. It is very easy to learn grammar rules, but to apply them and to be able to speak properly, to be able to write properly is what makes the difference. Because what happens is, अगर आप बोल रहे हो और आप बोलते बोलते कहीं अटक गए, you were speaking something, you can naturally change the words and speak another sentence. But what happens in writing is, when you start a sentence, it's important that you finish it. So which is why your writing capability is very important. That's where, you know, sentence construction comes into picture. Then clarity of thought. Clarity of thought is very important. You know, are you being able to understand that how will you introduce the topic, how will you, what will you include in the main body? Are they asking you any sort of solutions? Are they asking you or advice? You know, what are they trying to do? That is something that you will have to, that is something that is called clarity of thought. And then there is something called as systemic writing, which means that you are able to paragraph or plan your task properly. So whatever has to come in the first paragraph, you include it in the first paragraph. Whatever has to come in the second paragraph, you do it accordingly, and you conclude your paragraph very well, so that it leaves a lasting impression on the reader, right? And you know, whenever there is an exam which has a subjective test, you also have to make sure that you write it in a way that when it is filtered, you are selected. Because if it is a subjective test, it's just not a matter of putting, you know, clicking the right option. It is about what you write, how you write, what kind of vocabulary are you using. Are you using very tough words, or are you using plain vocabulary, but your sentence construction, your grammar is on point, you're not repetitive in your thoughts. So all that is very important, and that is something that I am going to teach you when you come for this course. Because with an experience of 10-11 years in this field of you know, English teaching and helping people, helping students with all sorts of subjective exams, especially such exams, IELTS exams, you know, I will give you tips and techniques to be able to crack this exam properly. I know that a lot of people are very good in their grammar rules, people are good in vocabulary, people may be very good in speaking, but writing is altogether a different ball game. So this is something that I am going to teach you specifically when you come for this course, alright. Apart from that, we are launching a course from the 1st of November. Yes, so from the 1st of November we are starting with our program, and these are the highlights of this exam. So you get 80 hours of live classes with all the experienced faculties with us. You have about 5,000 plus practice questions, recorded backup, 10 full length mock tests. There's a special class on current affairs that happens on an everyday basis, and 80 plus downloadable study material from the app itself, right? So with all the expertise, all the experience that we have, how the job is different from PO? Sorry, I didn't understand that question. How the job is different from PO? PO is a person who works in a bank, in a central bank, as in the banks which are owned by the government. So that is a PO, this thing. So only that person can apply for this job, not any other bank. Okay, right. So along with all the expertise and the experience, you have all these benefits of joining this course. So the registrations are open. Log on to the Safalta website and you will be able to, you will be able to register yourself. I think the course fee is running at about 1,999. It's a great offer. So please download the Safalta app, get yourself registered, join this course, or else you can even go on the website and register for this course. Okay. If you have any questions for me, you can leave them in the comment sections and I will make sure that I answer them. So Shorts Master, who can apply? I think you've just joined the session. People who have 2 years of work experience in a bank can apply. So that means you finished your graduation, you are at least 21 years of age and you have 2 years of work experience in RRBs or PSBs. Then you can apply. Okay. So you can leave the questions in the comment section and I will make sure that I answer all of them. Yes, and see you on the other side of the class. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.